been thinking about this for a long time, bro. He said, bro, we got a common enemy, bro. We got to understand that, bro. We can't divide, bro, because now they're gonna conquer, bro. That's Woody Lynch right there. Y'all know who Woody
Big
Lynch is?
facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, that right there, bro, like take that, bro, for real. We gotta start
I really
regardless, bro.
appreciate
Now,
y'all.
bro, this right
Appreciate
here
y'all
that
for
y'all
coming
doing,
out
bro,
tonight.
Home
So
Team
much
Heroes,
love,
bro,
so
is
much
dope.
fun, so
You
much
know what I'm
good
saying?
energy.
So,
Appreciate
But
that.
now it's time for
and
that
I'm always,
celebration.
bro,
My
I'm always gonna
members
be an
meet me in the
advocate for my
back.
people,
You already
bro.
know what
Because
time it
at the end
is.
of the day, bro, I know how hard it is.
Team Liddy, motherfucker. We came a long way, man. No matter what you say, you can never take that away from us. And that's just real.
Welcome back. Season 2, episode 6, Home Team Heroes, man. We back again. Shout out to Darren, man. We got another special guest with us here today, Mr. Big East, Cincinnati graduate, college graduate, Nick Temple, man. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it, bro. What's going on, y'all?
Nothing major, nothing major.
It's like we ain't just do this. This is crazy.
Like we just do it.
What's
So,
going
man,
on?
I know we had a little, lag in our since our last episode. Shout out to Jet Life though, our presenting sponsor, Jet Life on everything. Shout out to those guys. Shout out Ring and Shine. But since our last episode, man, we got some exciting stuff going on, man. Darren finishing up school, and Nick also is in master's school. So we got two people finish up master's program. So that's worth the wait, man. What you guys getting your master's in?
So my master's in business administration. Well, not like I said, but marketing is probably more so where I'm going, or just being involved. I am a huge sports guy though, so like I'm really really big in sports. So like I don't really know where my path is with it right now. It's kind of like up in the air, but it's definitely going to be involved sports. I do possibly have an internship probably coming, so that can be exciting now that it's in the baseball realm, but now that baseball is not officially back, but it's on its way back. But so that can be exciting. But what about you though, Nick? What we looking like?
Man, so I'm graduating from University of Cincinnati, get my master's in sports administration. Right now, man, I got my own player association, nonprofit. We started this, me and my business partner Kenneth Farrell. We played. We went actually. He went to University of Houston, so we played against each other while we was in college.
Mm.
And then we turned around like come on be on the same team for two teams in the spring leagues, both of the spring leagues we were in. So it's like, guy was telling us something, you know what I'm saying? So he put us together to do something together, man. He was my roommate um on the last spring league, which was the XFL that I played in. And man, we got tired. It was a point in time where we got tired of, players have to step in and help do somebody else do the coach's job sometimes. So that's another story, man, that later on y'all hear about. But man, we got tired of it. And 2 weeks before we came in, man, we was getting paid. There was tier systems. We were getting paid. Um, Tier one was like 250 plus. Tier two was like 150 to 100 k, and then or 100 to 150 k, and the last one was like 90 k. So I got picked up in the first round as far as on the defensive side. So I was looking to get money, and we went in there. Um, 1 week later, when we go in there doing our talking to HR, doing EKGs and physicals and all that stuff, man. They sat us down to sign our contract, man. We look, they talking to HR, talking to us like, well, guys, we know it's a tier system, and you guys are getting 27K or 27,000 now, as far as for your base salary, and
For the year?
you'll make up, yeah, for 10 weeks, for 10 weeks. That's not money.
Dang.
That's no money. That's a part time
Mm-hmm.
job. That's a part time
Facts.
job, and
Wow.
I'm throwing my body around. I'm throwing my body like I'm giving like every play. I'm risking my life on the line, and y'all not
Right.
investing in me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But y'all want
Yeah,
me
that's
out here
crazy.
running around and y'all want me out here running around and performing at my best to get you money, to generate money for you. Get the players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, get the fans to come in. So
Yeah.
at that time, man, we got tired, man. Like we found out that these spring leagues need some representation as for players, so that way they can have a voice. Because at the end of the day, these leagues don't run. by themselves. So these leagues are ran by players. Who comes sees it?
Facts.
Who comes sees it? The fans. Who spend
Facts.
money to come see the players? The fans. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, man, we got tired of it. We just want to give younger players. It's bigger than me, man. It's bigger than me because I stepped down. I can still play if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But it's bigger than me. It's for the little homies that from my high school, from my community, man. That I want to help them succeed. Not saying that they can't succeed without football, but it gives them an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It gives them an opportunity to place their voice or shine a light and give other people knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I stepped down. That way I can educate these young men. How it is, because all they see is Odell Beckham making one hand catches. You know what I'm saying? Or Russell Wilson running out the pocket and throwing touchdowns. Like that's all they see, and they see the cars, they see the clothes, and what I'm saying, they see all the jury and stuff like that. And they social media giving them praise and recognition and stuff like that. Like you got fans, like stuff, all that. But it's bigger than that. It's more. It's way bigger than that. It's a business. It might be one of the dirty businesses ever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it also can create. It's got its pros too. It can create opportunities for people like us. That our skin color, black young men or black men. Period. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities that give them they can help their family a bit. Create general wealth with their families. So. Man, it's bigger than me, man. So as you can tell, man, that this has been going on for a long time. So I'm excited about it, and we're gonna change how players are represented for sure in society, in the sports industry. We're gonna change.
Facts. Like I love sports too. I know both y'all love sports. Me and Darren argue on the pre-show. Me and him be on here screaming at each other talking about sports. But sports is too political. I probably, even high school, even though I still coach help at high school sports, I'd rather just be like freshmen to the little kids, because as soon as you get varsity minutes, and now that I'm older and I'm really seeing life and how I ain't never really met a coaching staff and nowhere I went to NI Robert Morris in Chicago. I transferred back to Indiana State and got back on the football team. I have never met a coaching staff that's been on one accord. I've never seen it. So you be thinking as a player, they yelling at you, team, we got to be a team. We got to be this, we got to be that. And behind closed doors, they not even a team, bro. It be nuts, bro. I be like, bro.
Man.
It's crazy,
man.
Bro. It's
but
crazy.
Check me out, though.
Ahead, bro.
Going to that point, bro, that you can recognize that, though. You know what I'm saying? As a player, as a former professional athlete, bro, I can go in a locker room and automatically tell that it's broken. Period. Mm-hmm. Just by how people, the body language, how they talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Do they absolutely love each other? I kid you not, bro. When I was playing professional football, bro, it was a point in my time, bro. I was like, man, this ain't fun no more. Like this is not fun no more. Like, what am I doing?
Facts.
Well, what am I gonna do after football? Like, and then, bro, when I kid you not, when I left the CFL and then I went to the spring league, one of the spring leagues, AAF. That was the first time a spring league came out. Well, in a while, as far as our generation, came out, bro, and I got picked up by the San Antonio Commanders. Mike Riley was the head coach. Shout out to Mike Riley, man, good man, genuine guy, man. That best coach one of the best coaches I ever had. But man, genuine. And at that time, man, the group that we had on the team, the group of guys, the group of men that we had on the team, it was special, bro. It was like I was back in high school again. I felt that, like, you know what I'm saying? That stuff was fun. You know how it is, Shaq. Mm-hmm. Coming from Warren Central, man, and the brotherhood that we have there, man, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I love coming to practice. You know what I'm saying? I love hanging around y'all after practice. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to the spring league, man, the fire filled back up, and I was like, man, I'm playing good. You know what I'm saying? It's really looking good. So at the time, man, I had a couple looks, man, as far as in the NFL, didn't go through, and then it's just like that.
Yeah, we interviewed me and Darren. We had interviewed Rashawn Hogan, another guy that made it to the NFL as well. And I know mentally, like I couldn't take that feeling of going in there, especially when you rocking out, thinking you rocking out crazy, and then they tell you, hey, bring that playbook. You see a hard knock,
Yeah.
bring that playbook. Let's go talk. I'm like, damn, like bro, I been killing, like I hate that feeling different. But
Nah,
Darren,
for real.
another challenge I want to challenge you with. I don't know if you ever seen Fight Hype. It'd be on YouTube. Where like it's literally like a dude with a camera, but he didn't blew up. But like I know it's in your sports broadcasting world, and he be going around to different gyms and just interviewing the fighters, and like he be getting like 2 mil, it'd be like 5-6 minute little interviews. Like
Dang.
I was thinking about like on a small scale, like doing you could do that in high school sports, and that'd go crazy because that's all them little kids do is get on YouTube and stuff. You get your little camera, straight
Yeah.
recorder. You pop
What's
up at
wild
the
is
5-star recruit games, bro. You gonna go
What's
crazy.
wild is, bro, I literally was thinking about that though. Literally thinking about just going to, high school games and then trying to find a way to interview some of these, these kids, or not even just the 5 stars though. Some of the, if I'm watching the game and I see a standout or whatever the case may be, try and get them on the platform because I think there's a lot of people that fall under the cracks as far as high school goes, not getting the star because the star system is very flawed. Like y'all probably already recognize that.
Midwest don't get a lot of 5 stars.
Yeah, it's very very
No.
flawed. So, I wanted to start like some sort of media program to where I would try and find a way to put them in the light, but that was just kind of like something that would be far in between until I get things together though.
Yeah.
But speaking of like the NIL deals, and even in the transfer portals, like the NIL deal feels like a contract for some of these college kids to me. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these kids, man, they see the bread and they may just be like, oh shit, this is more money my family has never seen. Cause some of these kids don't come from much, you know what I mean? So they'll see some of these money and then just jump right into it. So what advice, like if it was anybody to like watch this right now, like when it came to like contract reading or whatever the case may be, because people don't read contracts, man. They hear the bread, man. They sign where do I sign? I ain't gonna lie. If I was in high school and somebody told me they could recruit me and get me a $6 million deal, NIL deal, 6 mil, like what was bro name that 5-star recruit Travis Hunter touching that bread like that, going to Jackson State, making that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm signing a dotted line, but there's things in between those, in between those dotted lines. So what advice would you give them as like a representation for, those players like that going into that situation?
Yeah, man, that's big as far as for the NIL for players to get that, But on the flip side, you gotta also look at the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? As far as with, this is going back into, my player association, United Football Players Association, and um, the partnership that we have with the United Steelworkers, they're also helping Remogi as far as he started a college football player association. So right now that's big for them to have that. So because it's going to NIL deals leading up to where players are able to get hired and fired. So I'm gonna interview I see your tape. So that's the interview process. You get what I'm saying? So you know how you go in for a job. That's the interview process right there. So okay, we're gonna hire this guy. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna come work for us. He's gonna lay his body on the line. Bang his head on the ground, and bang his head on another player. And not give them a retirement plan or a benefit package where if they do get traumatized or they they do get injured where they can't play anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or they do. What can I do now? You know what I'm saying? These players are out left and dry now with nobody leaving the NCAA with accountability because they if they didn't have Remogi or if Remogi didn't start that their college player association, then players would be out left to dry right now. As you can see, I feel that Remogi did have some type of evolving as far as with the sports industry, as far as with college players, because as you see the NIL is coming up, but at the same time, it's scary for players too, because like I said, they're able to get hired and fired, but at the same time, man, it's sticky because you as a high school player, you're thinking about, okay, I got to worry about what I just explained as far as with the NIL, and then also how am I gonna get a scholarship? Like how am I getting a scholarship? What are the keys for me to get a scholarship so that way I can have that opportunity to continue playing football. So my best advice is, man, learn everything, learn the big picture, see the big picture. Don't just see guys running around tackling, guys getting recognition because they got this big NIL deal or they getting $5 million off this NIL deal. Learn what's the inside of it, and that way you know how to maneuver. Do your research. I feel like our generation now, man, as we just want everything now, and we don't want to learn about it. We don't want to sit down and learn about it. So when the mind is a powerful tool. So if they're able to comprehend anything they see or from the NCAA or the policies for the NCAA, they know how to maneuver and use that to their benefit. The NIL to use it to their benefit, because that way, you talking about general wealth. These guys can use this money for general wealth. If they play the cards right.
So and then piggybacking off of like kind of what Darren said as well, I feel like it's the players going through training. Like I feel like now it's like 4 different trainings that people need to go through, and the parents, because a lot of times I see kids whose parents is just bad apples. Like they really ain't never had none, or they don't know. They're not even on a business side, but they know they son a meal ticket. They know he about to get us out the gym.
Yeah.
So we all seen it. We've been seeing like the U.S. Army game where parents see their son put on a hat, and she didn't want to go to that school probably because that other school had some behind closed doors for him. They get mad. So I feel like they need to do, when your kid is being recruited on a D1 or higher level, these high schools need to put in some type of training classes. How to deal with
100%.
social media, how to do social media, how to deal with getting the agent, how to deal with the NIL. Like, that need to be stuff we need to learn. Not
exactly.
I ain't
exactly, bro.
algebra. Like algebra, some class.
Every school, every high school needs to have that type of training, and they need to do it in the summer. And they need to make them accountable and mandatory, because at the end of the day, bro, they need to know this information. It's gonna benefit them in the long run, bro. And like you right, bro. I was just saying that to one of my professors, bro. Actually, I wrote something like that. That these players need to learn how to
deal with that.
Deal with that, yeah. With
like,
agents,
I didn't get
especially.
social media or Instagram didn't come out to my senior year of high school. I got suspended for a game in high school because a guy had brought, like, I don't know why, he had like a pack of condoms. Like, there were no girls in the picture, nothing. He just had a pack of condoms. He took them out the box. And like, I'm talking about, that like a 64 pack of Magnums. Like, it's a whole lot of condoms. So I had to put them on my shoulder and for me took a picture. I put it on Instagram. Like, I think I used the Wayne lyrics, like "Say sex is great," you know what I'm saying, something like that along the line. I got suspended for a whole game for that, bro. In my mind, I'm like, bro, okay, I know it's common, but I'm 18 years. I'm a senior in high school.
Right.
If anything, I just promoting positive and safe sex. In my mind, I'm like, bro, I didn't think I was getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's things like that. Like, posting pictures of you sagging and, just little things like that people don't understand that first representation is everything. And with that first impression, I don't care how much you change. Like, like what somebody met you as in 2005 or 4 is what they gonna still think of you when they meet you again. And no matter how you change.
And I want to use that too, because your character in anything, no, not just even just professional sports or whatever, your character in anything is the most important thing when it comes to representation of yourself. Like it'll bring me to like Deshaun Watson, right? Friday he didn't get indicted on any criminal charges, and then he has another case where he might get sued or whatever the case may be, right? But even though he got indicted of nothing, I think still he's going to be labeled as somebody who was a sick individual, bro. Even if he didn't, I mean, the jury, he's innocent, right? But it's just because of those situations, and that's unfair to him. You know what I'm saying? That's unfair to a lot of different things. But it's just your character, like your character.
And that because Big Ben,
exactly,
Big Ben got 3 cases and motherfuckers totally forgot about it.
If you're a minority, you got to be completely clean. I think a person who handled a lot of their situations well was like LeBron. Like, you don't see LeBron in any type of mess, bro. Like, he is a perfect like model. Not to say he's perfect, but the way he shows his character on, you know what I mean, on the internet. The way he handles his representation is perfect, right? Because
the thing is, especially black people, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we got this sense of thing where we know it's wrong, but we feel like when we get caught, that we should get the same consequences as somebody who's not a minority, which we know is not going to ever happen. So just like the track star who got caught smoking, you know that you already are on you're being held to a higher standard from it's not right. It's never been right. I'm not saying it's right, but you know, like, so as if you great and you know, if I do something, I'm not getting a slap on the wrist. I'm getting held accountable 110%. Why would you do it?
But that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like, you just said it yourself. Why her, using her for example, as what was her name again?
Shakir.
Some Richardson.
She bad.
She fast. She no, I'm saying she
fast. I didn't say she bad.
She fast. Hey, that's crazy.
She's a dog. She's a dog for sure. And she.
But my bad. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying she's a dog for sure. And she definitely didn't get the fair advantage. But like Shaq said, I wouldn't even say we get. Minorities don't get held to a higher extent. We're put on a shorter leash. Yeah. So like people are looking for the smallest minuscule thing for us to do to cut us off. You know what I mean? That's just anywhere. Like we don't get a fair advantage at all. So we have to be more conscientious of what's going on at all times. Like we have to have ourselves, bro. Like if the person next to us that is, you know, per se white or whatever the case may be is putting 100%, we got to do like 300, 400% to even get on the same playing level. You feel what I'm saying? Like we got to grind. Like we got to get masters, or you got to get like 7,000, 30,000 certificates, and then get to even be looked at as a successful individual, or to even get the same amount of, you know what I mean, treatment that another person would. So like when it comes to your image, bro, and then, you know, being African-American already has like the disdain taste to it in some people's mouths, especially in professional sports, Ralph, because a lot of people, like there's not many minority owners when it comes to like owning some of these teams. This is a business that when it comes to professional sports. So I think some of these high schoolers have to know is you may be the best player in the entire room, but that doesn't keep you around. You feel what I'm saying? Like they will get you out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So like, that's another message I think some of these high schoolers do. Because like you said, like we would know the shit is bad, but I think sometimes we'll just do the shit like, shit, I'm the best motherfucker. They ain't gonna do shit to me. Like you did. You was probably the best running back at the time. Post that shit, suspended the game. Like, how the fuck I get suspended the game? I'm Shaq.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's crazy though. As far as going back to like the college thing, it's crazy because, you know, why is it like that? Why does a black person have to get the ultimate punishment? And then, you know, so you got somebody else that's white, you know, they may get a slap in the wrist, they may get 2 games or, you know what I'm saying, 3 games, whatever it is. Like Shaq said, man, is why is it like that? It's like that in society too. You know what I'm saying?
Like that
so when can period. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And that stuff right there, that's the stuff that needs to be brought to, you know, for people to see it, because it's not gonna change unless, you know, it's called out, or, you know, you got somebody stepping in and trying to fix it. You know what I'm saying? That it's a cycle, and it's gonna keep going and on until somebody is held responsible for, you know, giving both people the same consequences. You know what I'm saying? So
and then like piggybacking off of that, like I kind of get mad too, especially like I ain't even trying to make it a white black thing, but like when minorities, they get mad because like say you got say you work for a company and, you know, 95% of the company might be white, or you coach and 98% of the coaches is white. You might be the baddest, you know, defensive coordinator you are. You might be the baddest O-line coach, but the head coach hired his, you know, the guy he played college ball with instead of you, but you feel like you deserve it. But we don't be understanding, like, I would do the same thing. Like, I would be mad in the moment, like, dang, like, I think I do it, but if I'm a head coach, I'm going to bring my guy. That's what we don't do. We don't bring our guys. So then our guys ain't at the table, so we can't make decisions that we want to make because nobody's at the table besides you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get to the table, you got to bring your guys with you. Like, that's why I like HBCU coaching staffs, because if you look at all of them, the head coach probably hired all of his guys. Like, everybody's his guy.
Well, you starting to see, like, in the sports industry, bro, it's starting to change still. You know what I'm saying? With going off like what you're saying, like when the Broncos won the Super Bowl, you know, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, You know, that whole coach
2015.
that whole coaching staff was, minorities. They were black coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that was a big thing. A lot of people don't remember that because they don't look at, the coaches. They don't look at the coaches. They look at who running out there making plays.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
coaches
saying?
matter, man, for sure.
Yeah, facts. They
But
do.
hey, don't get it twisted though.
Like
The players is the program. I am a player-friendly person. I'm player over coaches any day, bro. I don't care. The players is the program.
You crazy.
But check me out.
No, players
that's
is the
big.
program. They're the product. In
Bro.
any sport.
Listen, if you got a horrible play, if you don't got no head coach that can instill a coach, I'll give you a prime example, bro. Take Warren, for example. But we be having at a point in time, and we was on the news, everybody said Warren, like from 06 to probably 2015, Warren don't do this. Warren ain't in class. Warren ain't working hard. Bro, our head coaches, but we would be up at 6, 5 in the morning. And you went to LN, so tell me if y'all was doing this. We was up at 5 in the morning.
You went to LN?
Yeah, but he younger. Like, what is it? What were
Dang,
you
man, I know you went to LN.
Yeah. That wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. But yeah, I was class of 2015.
But like if you ain't got no culture, bro, it don't work, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I think you misconstrued what I'm saying. I'm saying the players is the program. They're the ones who bring in the revenue. So take care of your players.
Okay. But
when I'm fully aware,
okay,
coach.
okay,
if there's bad coaches, then the team is
Yeah.
the coaches are the helm, right? Like for instance,
if you ain't got a good coach to bring in good players, you can't. If you got a bad coach, you're not getting good players. Just put it like that.
Right.
If Nick Saban leave Bama and they get some trash coaches and he start running some weird stuff, you're gonna see all the 5 stars stop pulling away from Nick Saban. They commit to Bama for
I wouldn't
Nick Saban.
say that, bro. I wouldn't say that though.
You see the power shift. When Pete Carroll was in USC, who all the players want to go to? When what's name was in Florida, who they want to go to?
Why though? Hold on.
Go ahead.
It's the brand though, bro. The brand. You gotta look at the brand, like far as like coaches come and go, bro. Period.
Yeah, they do.
They come and go. Period.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? What's the brand, the institution? You know, players looking at the the colors. How the jerseys, the
Oregon,
the fans, the college experience off from football, away from football. They look at all that, bro. Like these players, they ain't crazy. So
answer this for me, Nick. If you was the top number one DB in the world, you don't got no cheese. You're not getting no NIL deal, none of that. Would you go to Bama and go to that school, or would you go get coached by Deion Sanders, the greatest DB maybe arguably ever?
Would you choose any school over a Power 5 school? Not even. I guess Bama is a perfect example, but would you choose any school over a Power?
Would I choose any school over Power 5 school? Yeah. I could have went to a Power 5 school. I went to Cincinnati. Went to the Big East. Like, but my thing is though, like.
But we're talking about coaches. You the best DB in your class.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Deion,
exactly.
Or are you picking Nick Saban?
The thing about it is, bro, if I'm a 4-star, I'm a 4-star. I'm the best DB.
You a 5-star.
You're Travis Hunter. You're Travis Hunter.
I'm the best DB. I'm the best DB in the nation. Man, listen, I'm. You want the new Nick or you want the old? Old.
I want your true answer. I don't care which one. I just want to answer.
Man, if I was, bro, I have to with the NIL deal, bro. I think I would. I think I'd go play with Deion.
No, I said no NIL though. No NIL.
No NIL.
Just full rise to both.
That's the thing, bro. No, I gotta.
You going to Bama?
That's the thing. I don't know.
I'm going to Bama. NIL.
I don't know, man.
No NIL. Deion is Deion. He's really, really great. I'm going to Nick because of look who. If I'm the best, I trust my skill, right? I have to trust the guy that's going to get me into the league. That is the whole point of you going to college. If I'm a 5-star, I'm not thinking about education.
Time out. You don't think? Wait, Deion. He said Deion is at the program already. You don't think Deion got connections to get you?
Deion has connections. Nick Saban sets people up, bro. Nick Saban has done it for years. Look at
Do you know who Deion Sanders is?
I'm not arguing. I know who Deion Sanders is. Do you know who Nick Saban is? Go look at how many players. All right, let's do it like this. Go look at how many players that Nick Saban has put into the league.
No, we're not talking about players. We're talking about DBs. For one, Nick Saban has been a DB coach guy, and he's really only had like 2 good DBs.
Okay, so go look at the DBs that fucking.
Sad. Besides Mika,
no, they're not sad, bro. Mika Fitzpatrick is a Mika Fitzpatrick.
2 in like 20 years.
Marlon Humphrey.
You talk okay, but take me out.
Kareem Jackson.
Check me out though. Those guys that you talking about that Jackson State that Deion coach, bro. I kid you not. I just came back from seeing two guys from Jackson State at the NFLPA. 2 guys, ballers. One of them's an outside linebacker. He played all positions, inside, middle, and then he's a stand-up DN. Baller, like making plays. Then he got an invite to go to the Senior Bowl. And not only that, they had a DB out there. Strapping anything and everything up, like doing what, like Duke can do it all. Duke can do it all. Like he can play safety, he can play nickel, and he definitely can play corner. Like what I'm telling you is, Deion chasing that whole program around. These 2 guys.
I agree with you.
These 2 guys I'm talking about are probably be 1 to 4 picks. I kid you not. Like
I agree with you. Deion is taking. He is turning the whole HBC. He's changing the way he wants to change the way that these people think about HBCUs. We just talked about you got to work 200,000 times harder than the next person. I have to go somewhere, and as a minority, you have to think smarter, not harder. Deion is one of the greatest cornerbacks of all fucking time. Do not get me wrong. He's changed Jackson State around. If I am a 5-star DB right now, I have to go somewhere where I know for a fact. I can't go somewhere where somebody's building. I have to go somewhere where I know for a fact if they will elevate my skill and they will pop the highest chance to get me into the league. And not just the 3rd or 4th round, day 3. I'm talking about day 1 if I continue to build and continue to grow and trust in my skills.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
I got 2 questions. Number 1, you don't think if you play DB that Deion Sanders is not going to get your skills sharper than playing DB at Bama? And then 2,
this is the best DB in the world, right? We talking about.
I agree with you, Darren. If I was a low tier 3 or 2 who nobody knew, because one thing Bama's going to do, you're going to get TV time. All the little kids know the players on Bama. But if I am the number 1 player in the country, they're gonna know me wherever I go. All right, he already got 20 million followers on Instagram. He could go to Canada and play ball, and they're gonna know.
I can add on that. There's more people. There's a lot more people that survive in the league from these D2 and down schools in the league than guys that come in already and then they're superstars. They're superstars. Why? Because 1, they don't have all the recognition. They don't have all the social media in the face. You know what I'm saying? They're able to, go home freely and not worry about. Yeah, they don't have to put that show on. They play special teams. You know what I'm saying? Now they sitting back, and they invest in their money. You know what I'm saying? They invest in their money for that way because they know for a while, they possibly ain't gonna make it in the league that more. You know what I'm saying? Where you got these other guys, that's what the kids see, with the jewelry, the cars, the clothes, you know what I'm saying? They see that, but they don't see the special teams guy, you know what I'm saying, working hard, be able to, invest for his family and create general wealth. So I kid you not. If I'm a 4-star, I'm going to Deion, period, because I know he's going to have my best interest, and I know for a fact that he's going to get me to where I need to get, period. They're going to find you if you're a good player, they're going to find you wherever you are. Period. I
agree, but not all the time. There's so many good players that fall out of the cracks. As an HBCU, brother, when it comes to draft skill, the number one thing they look at is strength of schedule. There's no better strength of schedule and strength of competition than going to Alabama because you're playing along the other side of 4-star, 5-star individuals. The reason Travis Hunter's name is going to be so big, and you said without NIL deals. The reason Travis Hunter's name is going to be so big is because of that NIL deal and how much money he got, and him choosing JSU over FSU was what increased his amount of money, his NIL deal. That is what it was. And then he trusted in Deion Sanders. I get that. I do. Deion Sanders is going to polish his skills. He's going to get you together. But repetition is the best competition. Repetition is the best thing, right? But the strength of schedule there at these HBCU schools, doesn't compare to what he would face at Alabama, whatever the case may be. Now, if you want to go somewhere where you would start first and you're not too comfortable, or you want to, you know what I mean, start all the time, then okay, hell yeah, go there. You feel what I'm saying? But if I'm a 5-star recruit and I'm looking for the best chance for me to get into the league, there's no other chance than Alabama. There's no other school in the entire, and no other conference in SEC for one, but no other school in the entire nation will give me better chance in the league than Nick Saban. And Nick Saban ain't a guy where he just getting you in and out. He don't care about you. Nick Saban is a guy, he's a player's coach. Look at everybody that played for Alabama, bro. There's not a bad thing you will hear about Nick Saban, like, oh, Nick Saban did this to me, or he did. No. Nick Saban is one of the best coaches of all time.
So you think,
Go ahead.
That's cool and all, but you threw the NIL deal in there. It really don't matter about the NIL deal though, because regardless of where he go, it don't. Because he's a 4-star recruit. Regardless of where he go, he's gonna get an NIL deal, a big NIL deal. He's a 4-star recruit. These NIL people or these companies, they not looking at guys when they first come in. No, they looking at you while you in high school. That's how they get you. That's how they get. That's how they use it for recruitment. They're using it for recruitment. They're using it for recruitment. These boosters are now able to, hey, I got this big corporation. You know what I'm saying? I own this big business. Give him an NIL deal, and he's gonna come. He's gonna make money and play football. It don't matter where he goes. He can go to Bama. He could have went to Bama. He's going to Jackson State, and he's still going to get the NIL deal. Regardless.
Right, I know, but I'm taking about the significance of that was because of the NIL deal. But when Shaq asked the question, he said no NIL deal. So you're talking about I gotta find. So you're talking about we already know boosters was paying that bread anyway, right? But you're telling me I gotta find a way to get my team, and I gotta find the quickest way for me to put my family in the best position possible, right? I have to go Alabama, right? I mean, I know Deion Sanders is one of the best DBs ever, but just because you was a great player don't make you a great coach. We got to go with somebody who's been a great tenured coach for so long and has put so many and dumped so many NFL stars, so many NFL players into the league today. So many NFL players.
He's gonna continue. Alabama is that's the threshold right now. There's no other totem but that. But hold on, before we're gonna leave off this subject. One, he had more followers than probably every Alabama player on the team, when he's in high school. Two, are you taking, since we talking about SEC talent and blah blah blah, are you taking Stingley from LSU, or are you taking Sauce Gardner in the first round?
You asking me?
Sauce. I want to ask you because you biased. Sauce.
Yeah, who you taking?
Sauce. Stingley to me has the higher ceiling. Sauce is the ready right now.
How does Stingley have a higher ceiling?
Because Stingley came from more talent. He played under he played under one of the best DB coaches in college today, Corey Raymond.
But you saying not giving up a touchdown for 1,000 plus snaps?
Take this out.
6 foot and ran a 4.47. He ran a faster 40 times than Jalen Ramsey.
Check this out. Sauce.
Jalen Ramsey was never known for being quick. He was just known for being super big and physical.
Hey, but I'm saying he's the same size as Jalen Ramsey.
It don't matter. He went to Cincinnati. This Cincinnati is building. As you can see, Fickle, he changed the whole program around at Cincinnati. So with that being said, he just won every coaching award in the nation this year. Every coaching award in the nation. So you telling me that they don't have recognition of, like, they have a lot of recognition. Sauce is probably going to be the first corner taken off the board. I kid you not. Sauce. Yes.
I won't disagree with. I'm not. I think y'all I think I'm misconstruing what the fuck I'm saying to you. I just told you. I told you Stingley probably has the best ceiling because he's been good for so long. He's been solid for he's coming off injury, but Sauce is a guy that you could come in here and make an impact right away.
Darren, don't lie.
But check me out though. But Sauce been doing that his first year.
But he's been injured. He's been injured though.
So how does he have a higher ceiling?
You can take a chance on a guy that was injured. Come on now. We don't. That's what I'm telling. That's why. That is why I said.
But you said you literally take it. You said you literally take.
I didn't say that. I said Sauce is probably the most pro ready right now. So that tells you I would take Sauce over Derek Stingley, but I think Stingley has a higher ceiling.
That's what I was asking. I was saying, who would you take right now? And are you
Sauce,
saying,
yes, Sauce Gardner's probably coming off the league,
so hold on.
but you can't compare those two. You can't compare those two
they're
because
the same grade, they're the same class.
Cincinnati has jumped into the Power 5 conversations now. They've been solid for the past 2 years.
They ain't no
What do you
Power
mean? What? You
5.
just made the fucking college playoff football.
We not gonna say that. They not no Power 5. Fuck that.
We are a Power 5 school. As you can see, we can compete with the good.
I'm about to break something
with
here.
them, and we can beat them.
I'm about to break something here.
Hey, we 2 possessions away to beating Alabama and going to the national championship.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, look, Nick. I told you before the game. I texted him this for you. I said, listen, Alabama O-line is gonna be one in the trenches. They O-line was too physical for y'all front seven. I knew that was gonna happen. That's why they didn't even try Sauce in them. I don't think nobody had a catch. They just was able to out-muscle you.
Our team is crazy.
I tell you,
Alabama got all 5-star O-linemen. Did you see the dude, Evan Neal? I watched that boy do a box jump on 2 boxes.
Evan Neal's a freak athlete. Yeah, no, he's a freak athlete.
I'm like, bro, there's no way y'all was gonna be able to out-muscle that.
He's a freak athlete. But I tell you, man, look. The reason Cincinnati lacked is because Desmond Ridder wasn't ready for those big moments, and he will never be ready for those big moments.
Chill,
in my opinion.
Chill.
Ridder's not good. He's not good.
But then it's only been 2 quarterbacks. It's really only been 2 quarterbacks.
He's in the top 2. He's in the top 2.
I ain't even talking about this year. I'm saying I'm 28. Since I've been watching football, it's been 2 quarterbacks that really showed Bama what's up. It was Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. Other than that, you can't tell me. Even Kyler got smoked by Bama. He looked horrible. I really ain't seen
Tim Tebow showed him what's up.
Man, that was before Bama was Bama, for one. And 2, Tim Tebow was fucking sad. Stop fucking bringing him up. Bro.
I'm just telling you the fuck. I'm just telling you. He's sad in the league, but in college he wasn't sad, bro.
He was sad. He was just a game man. He was Matt Jones. They could run a little bit. That's all he was.
Mac Jones not bad though.
I mean, Mac Jones might be better than he might be better than.
I don't care what y'all Shaq. You can
Cincinnati not no fucking Power 5 school. Y'all good.
Big 12. We're going to the Big 12.
All right, y'all said y'all was a Power 5 when y'all got up there with Isaiah P. Well, Isaiah P.
6 guys drafted this year. 6 guys drafted.
When Isaiah P. played Florida.
Who gonna be?
We probably have 6 guys from University of Cincinnati football team get drafted this year. I kid you.
Y'all got 2 for sure. Y'all got 2 for sure.
Whoever drafts Desmond Ridder gonna be sad as fuck. They're gonna be sad because he's
right.
he probably not. He not no day one ready. He probably not a day one ready.
Did you watch the Sierra Bowl?
And he ran a 4.40.
Oh my God, Desmond Ridder bad, bro.
Yeah, right.
I ain't bad. He was undefeated. How you calling him bad?
Shout out to you.
He's no good, bro.
How you calling him bad?
He average, bro. He's average, bro. I think his ceiling. His ceiling probably.
But why are you calling him bad? Like, what moment made you say he was bad? Because I mean, they did go undefeated and lose to.
Come on, bro. It's hard to win. But hold on.
In games,
in college football, it's hard to win. It's hard to win. So when you
not the games you're supposed to win, dog.
What game they lose? They lost to Bama.
Right, but the games that they were supposed to blow a motherfucker out, the games they were supposed to have, they had like 12-point spreads on them. The games they were supposed to be just so much better than, they kept them close. They kept it close. And why? It's because Desmond Ridder can't throw a complete pass to save his fucking life. There's moments where there's moments where he has a beautiful deep ball. I'm not going to say he just completely garbage. But he's too inconsistent in his throwing. Too inconsistent.
Check me out, man.
Most of the quarterbacks coming in, he's doing the right draft because he's going to get drafted, because there's not many quarterbacks that come in this draft that has a very high ceiling, in my opinion.
Man, when you
draft,
when you get a guy that wins, man, day in and day out, and you undefeated, teams want to, and you get all this recognition. You got to think about it. Cincinnati was in the buzz for the whole year round, like far as in the top 5, right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Or at least top 25, at least the whole year.
They was
winning.
Okay.
Hold on. So with that being said, you're gonna get your best opponent every week. Coaches got a job too. They want to be you getting this buzz. We want to be the team to be like, oh, okay, IU beat Cincinnati, number 16 Cincinnati. IU already trash. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get that buzz now. So they like, okay, these IU kids can compete now. So you, as a coach, they have a job. They're gonna do it like it's their last game. They're gonna try to beat this team like it's and it got harder and harder each year. So and coming in, like going back to your point, the teams that we were supposed to blow out, it's hard to win because you're gonna get your best team, your best opponent. They're gonna come in there and try to beat you. They're not coming there to lose by 50. No, they want to.
What are you coming in there to do? Win. I like that. I don't like that. Oh, they're gonna get your best. They're gonna give you that. Give them your. You should give any opponent, whether they 0-12 or 12-0, your fucking best. There should be no issue where you should come in and be like, oh, we finna get
Florida. I mean, it was a lot of times y'all was the better team that I seen y'all lose this year.
I agree. What do you want me to fucking disagree with you? Hell yeah, I agree. But we got Billy Napier now, so we're gonna be solid.
No, but I see like from playing varsity.
Oh my god! Oh yeah. Boy, you crazy as hell, nigga.
But I see what both of y'all saying. But from playing varsity sports, you know, like especially like, okay, we used to play Terre Haute and shit. They sad. They know they sad. But when you winning for, or when you the champ, or like Bama,
right?
Bama play no matter who they play, they gonna come out there. Even though they gonna Michael get stepped on, they gonna bring they fucking nuts every time.
Players.
Okay, come on. Who did Alabama lose to this year?
Auburn. Was it Auburn and they lost once or twice?
They only lost.
Alabama who?
They only lost twice. I think they lost to Auburn, like you said, and then Georgia in the championship game.
No, we're not. We talking about
beat Georgia.
Season. They lost to Auburn and they lost to Ole Miss, right?
Yeah, it was Ole Miss.
So they didn't lose twice, did they?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
So my thing is, was they supposed to blow out Ole Miss?
Yes.
You just said
yeah, they were supposed to blow out. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm not. Yes, they supposed to blow out. Oh, but the difference is between that is we ain't finna sit here and act like Ole Miss wasn't solid. I mean, they got a quarterback that's going to the first round this year, Matt Corral.
But it goes back to my point though.
But I agree. No, you're right. I agree. They should have blown the fuck out. I agree.
You're gonna get your best game from each opponent that you play day in and day out each week. They trying to beat you. They trying to beat Ole Miss. That when Ole Miss beat them, that everybody knew about that. It was Alabama that got beat. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati undefeated. We're gonna get our best score. We played Tulane and they beat us. Oh, Tulane beat number 2 ranked Cincinnati. Yeah, that gives them recognition. Now check this out. It goes back to the younger guys in high school. Now younger guys looking at it like, dang, they what they got over there? What they can be in my top 5 now. Let me go visit them. Now it's a cycle, man. It's a cycle.
They lost to Texas A&M. That's what it was.
Texas A&M. I knew that.
That's even bad. That's even worse.
Texas A&M gonna be nasty this year coming up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be crazy. Facts. They're gonna be crazy.
See, they only beat y'all by 3 or 4, and y'all was ass.
We were solid then. That's what broke us down.
That game.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get out there. All right, I got another question for you, Nick. Would you rather have a player development coach, a player's coach, or just like a?
Wait, what's the difference between a player development and a player's coach?
A player's coach is somebody who he has the locker room. He has everybody. Like in football and sports in general, one thing you got to know as an athlete, everybody's not everybody. They might be, they want you to win, but they're not your guy. They're not your coach. They don't have your best interest. They might be there just for a job. They might be there to use you to get in a different position. So when I say players coach, I mean, like how you said, Nick Saban, nobody ever talked bad about him and the things he do. That type of coach. A player development coach is somebody like Deion Sanders. Well, he probably might be both. He can develop.
Nah, he a player's coach for sure.
Yeah, but at DBs, he's a player development coach. He got one. He's a development.
I see what you're trying to go to. I don't know if there's really a difference there though.
I think it is because
I think if you're a player's coach, you're about the development of your player. You're worried about your player. You understand your player is your program. I don't think you can be a player's coach without having to be the development. Like you're looking in the best interest.
That's not what I'm saying. That's two different things. You could be like I could be a great X's and O running back coach and show you the right jump cut, the right everything, but I cannot give a damn about you as a player or as a person.
Skill development, not personal development.
Yeah, that's all I said. Skill development, and then so skill development is one lane, players coach is the other lane, and then you got the overall, team builder coach. Which one would you rather have?
Man, what was the third one?
Like I would say, like team build. I would just lead them to.
What? So development and
so team.
coach.
So okay.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna take a player's coach, and
Yeah.
the reason why
I
is
would say, like,
because
would you rather have like a Tomlin Harbaugh coach? That's the players coach. That's a players coach. They're ultimate players coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tomlin, Harbaugh, a Belichick who is a team development coach.
Team builder.
Yeah.
He's a team builder.
He's like, he don't give a fuck about paying you, getting you right, or whatever the case may be. You come in and do your job. That's his type of coaching. You know what I'm saying? And then I think you said the other one was
I mean, we could just lead them to. That's perfect because they both what I said.
yeah. So I was I'm yeah. You said so. Genuine was like a genuine coach. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the genuine is because
You
like
taking
I said when I went. No, I'm taking Mike Riley. Like I talked about earlier. Hey, like
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
Me, I
He's
need
genuine,
structure.
man.
I might take. I might have to roll with Belichick. I ain't gonna lie
Belichick.
to you. Hey, shut up. Let's get right. But you know what I'm saying. I don't know how Belichick treated his players. I really never heard besides the whole him and Tom Brady bullshit. I really ain't never heard nobody say Bill Belichick like was shiesty. Besides saying if you ain't,
I mean, he's not gonna like. I don't think there's no coach.
He ain't catering. He's not catering to no ego.
Right, he's not catering. Exactly.
Ain't nobody above the team type shit.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that's how like Harbaugh's the same way, but Harbaugh would be like his connection with Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like he puts his ultimate trust in Lamar. Like, hey, you want to go for it? Lamar like, hell yeah, let's go for it. Type shit. Yeah. Belichick ain't doing that. Belichick like, nah, get your ass out there. Let's punt this motherfucking ball. Whatever.
They probably talk outside of football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Harbaugh really getting to know Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And Lamar like mess with him. You know what I'm saying? For them to have like that type of connection. I'm not saying Belichick don't do that, but you know their relationship as far as Harbaugh and Lamar looks like it's more open. Everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? That they you know they talk outside of football. That you know Harbaugh really gets to know Lamar. Asks her, you know, how's your mom doing? You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. That goes a long way because as you can see, Lamar was about to win MVP of the league not too long ago. You know what I'm saying?
He did win.
Oh, he did win. My bad. He did win.
Yeah,
so it's like,
he won.
At that time, you could tell that, you know what I'm saying, that man was getting support. You know, when you get support from your head coach in the front office, you know what I'm saying, you don't, and you got to voice your concerns on all the stuff that's going around that players need, you know, that they need, you know what I'm saying, to succeed, to perform good on the field. You see that on the field. That's why Lamar was going crazy.
Yeah, facts.
Period.
And just to give you more insight on how football is so corrupted in the business, I was watching who was the old LSU coach that got fired?
Is that Les Miles?
He said
it's you're way out the it's Coach O. Coach O.
Whoever this coach was, he was talking about Adrian Peterson. He said Adrian Peterson's dad was locked up.
He tried to transfer his dad. Yeah,
he tried to get his dad transferred from prison.
Not out.
No,
not
transfer
out.
closer, not out.
What? Right. I ain't hear nothing about this.
All right, so Adrian Peterson, when he was getting recruited, you know, he was a top 5 recruit. This is what I mean when I say every coach don't got your best interest in heart. So Adrian Peterson was basically, he took a ride. He told him like, you know, I want my dad to be able to, whatever jail he was in Oklahoma.
I want him to see my games on the television.
They could see it in Oklahoma. Yes. So he tried to get his dad transferred to So I think I don't know if where was it, Baton Rouge or wherever it was at.
Nah, he was in California. He tried to get him transferred to the California prison or whatever.
It was USC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get him transferred to California so Adrian Peterson's dad can watch the games from that prison on TV. Like literally tried to call in a request to get Adrian Peterson pops transferred prisons to flip him as a recruit. Like that's sick. That's not even like. And he was fine telling the story though. He was like, "Yeah, that's the craziest thing I ever done." I'm like,
I ain't heard about that.
I seen it on Instagram. You know,
I seen that same shit too. I was like, "Damn, what the hell?"
I thought he was joking. He was like, "No."
Yeah.
So I mean, the business is sick, man. But
it's definitely it's not about some team players.
Dirty business,
bro. Winning is contagious, bro. It's like people will do anything to win. I mean, it's tough. I mean, especially like in sports, in competitive sports, super competitive sports, bro. Winning is just like it's an addiction. You feel me? So if you could find a way to get the best player you feel like is gonna make you win, you will do insurmountable things.
I just feel like I'm not changing my. I've been big in you know. not to say warn, so like, but I've been big to where it's like it's stuck in my mind. Like, if you don't want to be here, you can leave. I don't give a fuck if you was the coldest person in the world. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, you not bought in, you not bought in. So like, I feel like when I watch, and now that I'm older, because back when I was 17, 18, I wasn't thinking like this. Well, I might have been, but didn't know how to express it. Now that I'm older, it's just like, bro, if you're not bought in, bro, it's no need for me to keep harping at you. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. If I was a coach, if I was a head coach, I tell a kid, I'm not gonna kiss your ass. You want leave? Like, you don't want to be here and grind with your family or your brothers, whoever you've been playing football your whole life or basketball or whatever. Just let us know. Like, I think that's what's kind of changed. Like, with being around youth sports, that's a whole nother world. Like, bro, like when we was coming up, bro, and not to sound like an old head or old fart, like, bro, we didn't miss workouts.
Nah, bro, you old, bro.
Yeah, he is old.
Bro, we didn't miss workouts, bro. Like, Darren, like, no lie, like, bro, like, you been, bro, it wouldn't, and the crazy thing, it wouldn't be the coaches who would even get mad. It'd be the players, like, it'd be people like Nick, like, bro, what the fuck you coming in 15 minutes late to this workout for? It could be a voluntary workout. I remember, another story. See, I went and got my ear pierced on a voluntary lift. I got back like 10 minutes late to the workout, bro.
Man,
half the team that are quit cussed me out and everything. I said, bro, it's a voluntary, and I was working out so hard. I'm like, bro, and at that point, I got mad because again,
he had tape on his ear. He had tape on his ear.
But I'm like, bro, I was gone for 10 minutes. This wasn't even a scheduled thing. This is some, recreational. But like, that's another thing we learned. Nothing's voluntary. When these coaches tell these kids, oh yeah, we got voluntary lift tomorrow, let your ass not be there. They already pissing you in out your spot. But like that shit's changed.
But I'd rather have a grinder than a superstar any day, bro. I'd rather a person that want to come in and put in that work, bro, than a person who feel like they already figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have those type of
growing. You stop growing at that point, bro. Yeah. You stop developing as an individual. Your skill level it stays the same because now you think you bigger than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then you go out there and it ain't showing, but you still continue thinking you better. And that's when the grinders that you're talking about, that's when they pass them. That's when they pass them. Like, hey man, now they continue with it because they know the formula. Now they know the formula to continue growing, developing their craft. You know what I'm saying? Get better as an individual outside of football. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro, football teaches you a lot of stuff about life, period. Like, for real. Like Shaq talking about, like what Shaq just saying. Like, at Warren, bro, we was learn adversity. You know what I'm saying? Adversity. Anything hit you, bro, you can beat adversity, period. You just gotta know that you can beat it. And it's gonna be done, period.
Right.
And that's what I see. That's what I see in kids. Like, man, they it's a different generation. You know what I'm saying? So, coaches got to know how to be creative and give them the same message I just talked about. Because that's one of the things that as an individual, if you want to be in the league or you want to play professional ball, you want to be able to take care of your family. And again, not saying that there's not other ways you can take care of your family, but if you want to do this, then you know what I'm saying, you gotta be bought in because God's gonna pass you up.
Facts. Let's talk about who's the best player you ever played with. Could be any position.
Dang, man, I ain't played with some dogs for real.
Like, you had to take one. You had to go to battle with one person.
Like
offense.
You gotta dumb it down. Collegiate or professional.
You get a top three. And I'm talking about ever. High school, college, professional.
All right.
You get three.
I'm gonna go college. first. I'll give it to Trey. I'll give it to him. Trey Robinson.
Oh, okay, from
LC. I'm gonna go high school.
Oh, high school. Okay.
I'm gonna go high school. I'm gonna go high school, college, and then pros.
Okay.
So I'll go Trey.
Different.
College, man. College was, man, I would have to say, dang, that's tough. Oh, BJ Daniels. Boys don't remember about BJ Daniels. Nah, quarterback that went to Florida State. South Florida. My bad. South
Oh, okay.
Florida.
I know you're talking about. Okay, I know
He's
you're
an
talking
older
about.
guy. He got picked. He used to play with the Rams, Atlanta.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And then he played with the Seahawks too. He's actually on the same spring league as he's a quarterback for the XFL team.
He was a dog.
But man, he a dog. So I'm gonna go him. Professional, I would say, man, I'm at to pick two guys right now. I can't pick. I got to pick two guys for professional. Kenneth Farrell, my business partner, and Trey Williams. These guys from Houston, Texas. These are two running backs. One is power, and the other one can shake you out of the phone booth. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
And as a linebacker, man, you gotta be able to adapt to that. It's hard when you got a power and you got now you gotta adjust a wiggly guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at practice, man, we was on the same team, but you know what I'm saying, those guys was it for real.
That was it. Who the best Cincinnati player ever? Or of your generation?
Me.
Look at
What you mean?
He said
What
me.
you mean? Me. Dumb question. Me. Nah, for real though. Best overall Cincinnati player, man. In my book, I've seen a lot of good players. A lot, man. But I'm gonna have to pick. Man, I'm gonna have to pick two guys again for this one. All right. Isaiah P. played running back. I don't know if y'all remember him. He got drafted. I think every year he was running back.
He lost his.
Yep. He got drafted by the Rams, St. Louis Rams.
They got smoked by Florida.
Yep. Yeah, we did. I wasn't there though. But on the defensive side, man, I would say Walter Stewart, man. Walter Stewart right now, man. He's actually a football coach right now. Collegiate football coach. He's actually back at Cincinnati, where he played, where we played together. He's their D-line coach. But man, he got a story too, man. He was projected to go first round his senior year, man, and then he was leading the nation in sacks, bro. And at the time, and man, one game we playing Fordham. I'll never forget. We playing Fordham. We blowing them out, and he complaining about his neck. So now he gets out, man. He got an exam like the next day. Man, his invertebrae is on his spine like this, like off his spine, like hanging, like it's been like that, like it's like he was born like that. So he's been playing all his life, and then all till that moment he stopped playing football his senior year, but when he projected to go first round. A lot of guys
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. I was done.
I say this was all time, or just like this past decade.
This is, in my opinion.
Oh,
your opinion? Okay.
Yeah, in my opinion, like
play. You talking Cincinnati? Yeah. Isaiah P was one of the players that put Cincinnati on the map, at least for recruits for sure, because he was going crazy. And they had the receiver name? Willie. Not Willie. What's the? Is it Gilliard? Marty Gilliard?
Marty.
Like that Cincinnati class. That's what really I think catapulted Cincinnati into
dogs out there, man. For real though. I was a freshman, man, I was out there playing with Derek Wolfe, the D tackle. He's still with who's he with now? I think he's with the Rams. He's with the Rams now.
He was on the Broncos, wasn't he?
Huh?
He just got picked up by somebody, but
he was on
Derek, I rock with Derek Wolfe. That's my boy, man. Yeah, now he don't play with us no more, but that nigga's a grinder, boy. That dude, he's the work, bro. I love Derek Wolfe.
For real. At the other linebacker, the guy J.K. Schaefer, he played in league with the Jaguars, and he played with the Bengals and the Jaguars. You got John Hughes. That was the tackle, my D tackle. He got drafted by the Browns. Then you got Walt on the other side. Then you had Dear Jono. He got picked up by the Chicago Bears. Like I can go and I'm a freshman out there. The other Will linebacker, Malik Bomar, he got picked up by the Jaguars and then went up CFL. Bro, I'm out there with ballers. Like that's you exactly right. That's exactly where Cincinnati got put on the map that year. Yeah. I kid you not.
That's what I felt like as a fan. That's when I was like, okay, Cincinnati they doing something right now. again, because y'all even stole the quarterback from Indiana who was like a 5-star. It was Gunnar O'Kill. He was like a circus. Was he a cool dude?
Gunnar cool, man. Gunnar a cool dude.
Bro, Darren, I don't know if you remember Gunnar, bro. He committed to like Bama. He decommitted from Bama, went to LSU, decommitted from LSU.
Oh, he was going crazy.
Bro, it was like every week.
Man,
this is before social media like
LSU.
took off.
He didn't decommit from LSU. He showed up at Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
He never committed to him. Well, he was supposed to report.
He burgled or something.
No, he was supposed to report, bro. And then all of a sudden he ends up at Notre Dame.
That's crazy. Yeah, he was definitely. That chicken was coming in. But last question before we get out of here. I got one more. So I want to know if you guys are fans of that Jerry Jones rule, man, where we seen Randy Gregory just turn down the contract. I didn't know this. I guess almost every player besides maybe Dak Prescott, they got like an incentive in their program. If you get in any type of disciplinary action on or off the field, then you got to pay back a portion of your guaranteed money. And every contract that most of the Dallas players are signing, that's in the small print. Yeah, besides Dak Prescott, they say I think the only person that didn't get that was Dak Prescott. Would you sign that as a player? I'm talking to Darren and you, Nick.
5 years, $70 million. I'm signing that, bro. I mean, he came to the Broncos. He flipped and came to the Broncos. So, but we're not going to talk specifically for his situation, though. But
no, I'm saying he didn't sign that on the Broncos. I'm saying
right. I know, but I'm saying the reason he flipped to come to the Broncos to take the same bread was because of that there. But in my opinion, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. As a player, you're looking to be available. You feel what I'm saying? And especially things that happen, man, with like all this shit. Like some of these players, man, they're the dumbest motherfuckers in the world, bro. The person I can think of the most, honestly, to me, as a player who was crazy talented but couldn't stay out the mix, bro, was Aldon Smith. Like Aldon Smith was a dog, bro. He was really, really good, bro. And then he just couldn't stay out the mix. So, I mean, I feel like if I'm asking you, if I'm telling you to play for my team as an owner, I don't want you to get in trouble either, right? And they have programs and things of that nature. I don't know how deep and depth they get into it, but as far as these programs, but like if I'm asking you, like, stay out of this legal trouble and shit, like stop, don't be a dickhead, then why is that so hard for you to sign a contract telling me, like, if you get into trouble, nigga, like, yes, pay me some. Now, I don't think about paying me some of the money back, but I think you should something else, like get hit with something like a fine or some shit, the way to pay me back my bread. You feel what I'm saying? Not necessarily hand me your money back. Yeah. Or take a pay cut or something, a paycheck gonna get cut or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I would go the opposite way, man. I think I ain't taking the cheese. I ain't taking it. And the reason why is, man, because as I grew into the professional world, man, I know how hard it is, man. I know that it's some situations where you can't control. You know what I'm saying? And so all you do is protecting yourself as a human being. Listen, we're professional athletes. I get it. We're making a lot of money. I get it. But at the same time, we're human beings. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we got feelings too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with society. With society, they see these professional athletes as, you know, strong men that, you know, they don't got no feelings, or, you know, they don't go through anything. They don't go through mental health. You know what I'm saying? That's what society thinks. They got everything they want. They got the cars, the girls, the money, the clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's what society sees us as athletes. But at the same time, we human beings, bro. And I'm not taking that cheese because at the same time, I'm not standing up for what. No, I'm not paying for something that I can't control. You know what I'm saying? That I can control me walking away, yeah. But if somebody swing on me, what you want to do? You want me to not protect? Yeah, I can still walk away, but now I'm looking at the bad guy. So I'm just getting beat on by society and taking these hits while, you know what I'm saying? And if I retaliate, then I got to pay you money. Like, no, I'm a human being too, and I make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's situational though. I think when it comes to, like, if it's a clause in there, like,
pay it though.
Huh?
You'll still have to pay it though.
But I think that's situational though. Like, I don't think you would have to because of, like, Jerry Jones. Like, if Jerry Jones seen that you're clearly defending his. Now, I don't know how Jerry Jones is as an individual. It's been said that he's, like, highly racist. You feel what I'm saying? So if that's the case, and I guess he had to weigh his options, like, all right, nah, this motherfucker ain't gonna fuck with me for real, for real. You see what I'm saying? So, but I know Jerry Jones to overpay a motherfucker to keep him because he like him. Like, he's done that several different times for several different players, white or black. So, like, I don't know how to dictate that. But like in my opinion, and I fully agree. You make that decision. I like the way players are nowadays, like as they were in the past, is they are starting to make their own decisions now. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, of course they're getting help with their agents and things of that nature, but they're starting to like really start fucking like understanding what's going on and not being desperate for certain situations. But I feel like if my owner's asking me to stay out of trouble, and you're right, they are humans, but like as an athlete, as a professional athlete, and not an athlete that hasn't been through, like Randy Gregory has been through issues before. Like he's been in troubles with the law before. You feel what I'm saying? And it's because of his fault. Truly, it really was his fault. Like it wasn't no like, oh, you didn't hear his side. No, it really was his fault. He took ownership of it. As a professional athlete, if you're playing it at the biggest league in the entire fucking in the United States or the entire world, period, then you have to know that you're taking on a different responsibility. You have to know that. That's something these players do know. And so some of that responsibility is staying out the way. Like you can go and have fun and do whatever the case may be, but like I'm thinking like if it's something that he did, like say he went and was speeding and got pulled over because he was drunk driving, that is being in trouble with the law. That's something I feel like you should pay. Why the fuck are you drunk driving? But if you out in the club, whatever the case may be, and a motherfucker just stick you, you know what I mean, and you retaliate, then it's different. I don't know if it was like if you get in trouble, period, whether you period.
So let me answer this from a not political standpoint, but from a real world standpoint. This is where I see the problem in it. For one, when you make something situational, you automatically take away from equal opportunity employment, because now you're saying, well, we got to review his case. Who's the one reviewing these cases? Is it just Jerry Jones? Like this isn't a standard practice in the NFL. So that's one reason why it was a red flag to me. Number two, as a red flag, why doesn't every last player on my team have that in their contract? Why is it only certain players that you can pick and choose has it in your player?
So, but you said the only player that did was Dak Prescott.
So now, as a owner, you pick and
they
choose
said that
it.
Dak Prescott, he has a big contract. I don't know if it was every player. They just said Dak Prescott is one of the
players.
Well,
now if it's only specific, if it was only classified to me, then that's different. If everybody on the team, if we 53-man roster, and I guess the quarterback is the only person, but quarterbacks get special treatment regardless, which it shouldn't be true, but they do. We know that already. But the problem is if it's not just Dak not getting that contract in that situation, it's just me, then that's different. Then we're talking different. If you're telling me, oh, if I get in trouble.
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
It's multiple people on the team that have that in their clause, but it's not
just them people.
Well, then fuck that. No, if this the entire team thing, then I would sign that. That's what I'm saying. I would sign the deal. But like, if it was just specific to like certain players, like me and a handful of other players, then I wouldn't. I didn't really read into it. I knew he had that clause in it, but I thought it was just like everybody had it. But I didn't really give a fuck because he flipped and came to the Broncos. So I was hyping.
So that's like the problem that we see. Like even like, it's crazy because that's the problem we see like with professional sports, and like you said, they get to making that money. So we say, oh, you making that money, so you should be great. Basically, it's like you making that money, be grateful and tap dance. That's basically what it comes down to. And if you don't do it, there is no like I work in safety and HR basically hand in hand. When we hire somebody, it has to be a process. It has to be you can't. It's like the line is so fine on which way it could go. What they did with Randy Gregory, he could easily go to court and they would have to pay him whatever, because that's not an equal. The NFL says they're an equal opportunity employer. That's not an equal opportunity.
It's a union, bro. Right there, it's a labor union. So therefore, give all the opportunities to. If you're gonna give Tom Brady this on his clause, you gotta give everybody this on their clause, not just pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Or Randy Gregory, and his example. You can't just give him this in his clause and want to pick what is that in their clause. No, in the NFLPA, they gonna step in. It's like, oh no, you gotta give everybody this.
That's who gotta step in.
Everybody this.
Right. That's who gotta step in. If they don't, huh?
Yeah.
I said they're gonna step in.
If they see an issue with it, I'm sure this is. I don't think Jerry Jones is probably the only person doing this. I'm sure there's a lot of different owners doing this as well too. Randy probably is the only person that's very more vocal, but we're seeing a rift in these players today now though. Like we're seeing different players are not like I'm saying, like before players would go for that. Now they not going for some of the shit. Like some of the shit you see today, like look at like Devontae Adams situation. Like nigga, like you paid everybody on this fucking team, and I'm probably the second best player, if not the best player on this motherfucker right now, and I'm still not touching this bread. I'm not fucking with nothing.
They using their resources, man. They out here getting endorsements. They using that money to, you know, live off of. You know what I'm saying? This playing football, that's probably their little side hustle. That's how I look at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They go away.
And another thing they're doing smart too is
everything. Like I guarantee
the smart ones though. The smart ones though. The smart ones.
It was probably 10 times worse in the past. It was probably 30 times worse in the past. The thing that's changed is social media. So now us as the normal, you know, household consumer, we're seeing, you know, these players are voicing it. The reporters are reporting it. Before, if you want, the NFL controlled all media outlets.
Right.
You know? Now you get on, a player can get on Instagram and tell the real story of what's going on, like with AB situation. Like the social media thing is, you can't really hide no more from nothing.
And you think people like podcast owners, like, you know what I'm saying, corporations, you think they not eating that up? They like, man, come, yeah, we want you. You gonna get a lot of views. Come on, let's go. Let's get this money.
Why you think Kanye go crazy?
That's what I was getting ready to say too, though. Like,
y'all watch that? Y'all watch that on Netflix?
Oh yeah, that was fire.
See, my thing is, and this is my opinion.
I ain't watched it yet.
I've always liked Kanye West. That was when I growing up. Like my first CD, no lie, my first CD ever was Bow Wow's. Whatever CD it was.
You said what?
My second Bow Wow. You know what CD it was? Whatever one hit, like that Puppy Love.
Like
that was the first CD I ever had. That was the first CD I ever had. Then I had late registration. Like, so, I knew Kanye was like, "Hey, mama." I used to love that song.
So you know the dude that recorded
sold that.
Yeah, sold it. But the dude that recorded
you can't
Cootie, that recorded that. That was the same dude that called Bow Wow a little girl. So damn, ain't she a pretty girl? And it's like, that's a nigga, bro.
What? I ain't seen that, bro.
Oh my god, bro. But now I wasn't a Kanye fan. I'm still not a Kanye fan. But that shit was dope though. I enjoyed the documentary. Huh?
I said old Kanye hard.
Yeah, old Kanye
like
fire.
Hell
yeah, Kanye. I feel like Kanye is still hard. What I don't like,
he just a lot of people just don't understand him, bro. He's a genius, man. He's really a genius. Like,
but the thing is, once you grow up, like especially like politics is they both games. It's two different games. You picking whatever game. If you're rich, you're gonna lean towards the Democrats because they tend to lean to the rich people.
I don't even think it was politics, man. I think so.
That's where he goes south with.
At first, I believe that it was a ploy. I believe it was all an act. I think he became too immersed in the character that he was providing to sell these records into where now it is a permanent thing for him as well.
But
now,
did you watch the documentary though?
I did, and
so it's the same way before he ever got money. Like he was literally everything. Like the way he talked, the way he thought was exactly the same.
It wasn't exactly the same. It was tailored a bit. It was tailored a bit. He believed in a lot of different things, but the way his beliefs started changing throughout, though, bro. When he started recognizing when he started recognizing like what the industry actually was before he got into the industry, his thought changed. It changed. The way he thought was changed. In the beginning, he was grinding, trying to get into his shit. He wanted people to really hear him as a person, right? Now that people hears him, he's playing a character now. He's playing a character so people can hear him even more, right? Because he feels like he's not being heard still. And I think
like he's playing a character with the mask and all that shit. Like, but I feel like his genuine, what he was talking about, his relationship with God, his relationship with his moms, like losing his mom, that trauma of losing his mom was probably his best friend, amplified his creativity. But I feel like any person you see in life that's creative, they're weird. I've never met somebody who's super creative. Whether you do art, whatever, when you're a creative person, you're off to a normal person. I say it like that. Like
they're weird, bro, but they're not.
They're weird.
They're not Kanye. They're not Kanye weird.
Check me out. Nah, Kanye. Like I said, a lot of people must understand Kanye. Like Kanye tapped into a whole different universe. Like for real. Like he know when stuff really about to happen. Like he really be watching, and then he really don't know how to explain it because there's a lot of information for people to. Because he knows so much information. Now he don't know how to talk our language anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to, bro. I kid you not. There's a YouTube, bro. On YouTube, it's Kanye West, bro. It's called The Future Brunch. Controlling our narrative. It's like Black Future Month. So It's like his breakfast or brunch club like on YouTube and stuff like that, bro. It's on YouTube, so check that out. And y'all watch the series on Netflix. So this is gonna dive in a little more deeper on why the way he acting the way he is. So take a look at that. Yeah, y'all gonna be like, yeah, y'all gonna
I'll
talk
check
about
it out.
that.
What? Like I see, like I just don't agree with. This is my thing. When a black person, and we gotta just say black, that's what Kanye is. When a black person goes off and does something different, even Lil Wayne, we can use Lil Wayne. Let's not even use Kanye. Lil Wayne was at a point in time there. You might have been a little young at the time, but
When he
Lil
did
Wayne
the
was
rock album.
no, before the rock album. Lil Wayne was on every single feature.
Oh yeah,
He was the hottest album. Then when he switched to rock, what happened? We immediately shunned him.
that album
Right?
was trash though.
But I'm just saying, soon it's like black people can't jump in another lane without losing who they. You can't. It's like when you black, if you do anything that's not related to the black culture, you're shunned. But we openly welcome any white person who jumps into our culture. Eminem, hell, Tony Hawk, like anybody who does anything related into our culture is automatically accepted. You don't hear any rebuttals.
We can't beef like that.
There's no rebuttals. But when you black and you I want to skateboard, I want to ride BMX bikes, you automatically lose some part of you to the black culture. Am I right? You can't name me one example.
You right, bro.
If you name me one, I'll take that statement back. But I can't think of one time where a black person dips into the white culture. You can't come back.
Yeah, we can't beef like that, bro. That's what I'm saying. You said this earlier, Shaq. Like we gotta start coming together, regardless. Like we gotta start coming as one, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nip said this, bro, and I go by this I've been thinking about this for a long time, bro. He said, bro, bro, we got a common enemy, bro. We gotta understand that, bro. We can't divide, bro, because now they gonna conquer, bro. That's Woody Lynch right there. Y'all know what Woody Lynch is?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, that right there, bro, like. Take that, bro, for real. We gotta start regardless, bro. Bro, this right here that y'all doing, bro, the Home Team Heroes, bro, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So
Appreciate that, bro.
And I'm always gonna be an advocate for my people, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, I know how hard it is, bro. I see it. You know what I'm saying? As me growing up as a man, bro, as a kid, I didn't see this. And Shaq, you know me, bro. We know each other. We've been knowing each other since we was kids. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start, elevating each other, bro. And I'm gonna leave that at that, bro, because you know what I'm saying? That's definitely something that we need to do as black men, as a black community, bro. We need to start motivating each other and also, supporting each other. Cause that's how we gonna break the cycle as a generation. You know what I'm saying? Giving back what we had before back in the day. Man, bro, yeah, that's it, man.
Way to end the episode today. And to answer your question though, Shaq,
answer that.
Serena Williams and Venus Williams.
What you mean?
Tennis is a white culture, dog. Tennis is, if you call it skateboarding white culture, tennis is white culture, bro.
But Serena Williams, they're like their history in like
they tapped into the white culture, predominantly white environment,
and they're not liked by white. You don't hear white tennis people talking about Serena and them.
I don't hang with white tennis people, but if they had no choice.
They just made a movie.
They had no choice.
But my point was they were hated when they first started winning in them tournaments. They was mad that they was winning.
You were talking about we shunned the black people for dipping into white culture. We didn't shun Venus and Serena and them.
No, I was saying, oh yeah, okay, you right. I'll give
Tiger Woods in golf.
But
come on,
man. But that's different because that's where they started. This is why that's different. That's where they started. That was already their lane. They never switched. They never did something first and then jumped into a lane mid of their life. They didn't start off as rappers and jump into country music. I'm talking about black people who start as one thing. Like we don't expect people to evolve in their life. That's what I was saying. Serena Williams and them was tennis stars from the time they was 12. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying when you're black and you decide, okay, I've been doing this for so long. I've been rapping for so long. I've been doing whatever this part of the black culture for so long. Now I'm gonna start doing this. Like Pharrell. When Pharrell to probably years later, people start. Now we all dress like Pharrell. When Pharrell first came in the rap game and was making them beats with the Neptunes, everybody called him a weirdo because he was tapped into the white culture.
That's what I was back then, bro. I don't know about it today, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this: if you mean shun,
look at Supreme.
We're not supporting or we're not listening. If I'm listening to a person that's a rapper and then he does a country song and he just starts diving into country, I don't like fucking country, so I'm not gonna go listen to the nigga because he does country. I want to listen to rap. Why would I listen to Wayne as a rock star when I like Wayne as a rapper? That makes no sense to me.
That was just one, but it don't matter. You don't. But just because you don't like it, don't mean you can say, "Oh, Wayne is trash. I don't fuck with him no more" because he made an album.
I won't say that, culture. But I will say that Rockstar album was garbage because it was.
But why are you saying it's garbage? But you already said you don't like. You can't say it's garbage. You already said you don't like country music. So you can't say
because it's garbage to me. So I don't like it. So it's garbage. It might be nice to somebody else, but to me, that shit ass.
So you saying if you don't like something, you say it's automatically garbage. Because you don't like it, it's automatically garbage.
I'm not saying that, right? But I'm not the only. I'm not the only person. If your fucking fan base is
name me one white person you know that said that the rock and roll version of Lil Wayne album was trash.
I don't know what. Exactly. Do you want me to Google some shit? Do you want me to Google white person that said this? I'll find it for you. I'll find a review on YouTube for a white person reviewing that goddamn album. They gonna say, "Oh, this shit is weak."
Find it.
They gonna say this shit is bad. This shit is so bad, dude.
You gonna find it?
That shit garbage,
bro. You can't. It's no crossover.
But look, that's that. But I never shunned him for doing it. He did something. He always wanted to skateboard. He wanted to try something new. I would never shun him for doing it. And he had his own little skating clothing line too. His skating clothing line, Truck Fit. So like he was just doing what he wanted to do. I would like Nick said, I'm gonna support anybody that's black. Whatever.
But Darren, you argue with me like I said you would do that. I was talking about in general.
Right. And I named you some people that dived into the white culture.
No,
you said, nah. But then you wanted to find somebody who went into something else and then
because you changed.
I can't name you a bit.
But that's not what I said though. You changed my original statement. I never said somebody who started I wasn't talking about people who started off in one lane and stayed in that one lane. I was talking about people who started here and over their career time, just like Kanye, he started as a rapper. Then he dove into gospel music, and then he's been all over the place. I guarantee there's a lot of people that didn't listen to Kanye's gospel album.
Like Jay-Z being a rapper, and then he's a businessman, entrepreneur now. There's no black person shunning him.
Bro, business is business. Like you gonna say somebody for running a bit.
Look up the percentages of a white billionaire and a black billionaire millionaire. That is a white atmosphere. I guarantee you all his business partners are white. Majority of his business partners are white. He had to be immersed into the white culture to fucking understand business. Bro, I guarantee it.
There, now you fish. There's no black person gonna say, "Oh, you started a new business? That's corny, bro. You just made a new business. That's lame." When have you ever in your life?
Why would I name you some shit and you don't fucking accept it? I'm telling you, you putting too many goddamn filters or parameters on the goddamn.
You changed my question. If you started off playing something your whole life, you didn't jump in another lane. You've been doing that. That's not jumping.
He's been a rapper. He ain't been a fucking.
He was selling dope.
Minority owner for NBA or whatever, or business owner, whatever the fuck the case may be.
He was selling dope.
That shit was fucking lame. He was rapping about hood shit. Now he fucking goddamn got a fucking restaurant. Oh, you a lame ass nigga. You want to own business and shit. You don't know what the fuck them niggas started in the hood, bro.
You know, I know hella older dudes that say when he talk about he not talking about selling drugs and shit. Any rapper that changed the way they talk and they say that's weird. Why you elevate? Meek Mill, fucking Jay-Z, fucking Lil Durk, when people elevate and change their sound, people have a problem with that. But that's not even what the topic I'm getting on. I'm saying when somebody jumps into another lane, we in our culture say, nah, fuck that. When it's something Caucasian related, business is business. Everybody respects business. That's why Jerry Jones don't care about paying them black players because he respect business. He know he need them black players to win. Business is colorblind. Nobody's turning down no money because you black or white. They're gonna use you until they get it. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Right.
So you saying business, bro? No, ain't nobody about to Jay-Z a billionaire. We happy. We got another black billionaire. Ain't nobody about to say, oh no, you didn't bought Mitchell and Ness. You corny now. You should just still be rapping. That's not what I'm saying. If you thought that's what I was saying,
but going off of that, Shaq,
that's not what I said.
You know what I'm saying? Not all people do that though. You know what I'm saying? You also got to think of that. You know that. You know that. So, bro, you can't really say that all black people are on board with Jay-Z, bro. You can't.
Yeah. Now, the argument of Jay-Z being the best rapper, shit, I don't agree. But if Darren, you was thinking I was saying people jumping in any different lane, that's not what I was saying. I was talking more directly to.
I can't think
strictly white type things that we don't.
So what are strictly white type things?
I just named you, like when we was wearing tight clothes. No black people wore tight clothes. If you put on some tight clothes, they called you gay.
What was those niggas that was jerking? What them niggas' name is?
The Rangers. That was California.
Yeah, bro, they been in that shit, dude.
That was 2000. That was 2013, there.
Fat clothes was hot then, bro. Damn,
in
we weren't wearing fat clothes, nigga. Like, damn, let's wear fat clothes.
Nobody was wearing big baggy clothes in 2013.
Right, what's what I'm saying. So like, so now I'm confused. I'm confused on what the hell you talking about when the motherfuckers wearing, nigga. If a motherfucker wearing tight ass fucking painted on jeans,
nobody wore Bape. Only white people wore Bape. And for real, now you got some Bape in your closet right now. At a point in time, if you had on Bape, that was corny. Am I right or wrong?
Mm-hmm. Soldier was wearing Bape.
You gonna keep.
Oh God, Soldier was wearing Bape. Was he not? Was he not? How am I fishing? You said shit was corny, Soldier Boy, in the motherfucking Crank That video. What he got on?
I keep forgetting you younger than me. Pharrell probably came out 10 years.
I get that, but in the Crank, you
ever existed. I said before Pharrell, Soldier Boy wasn't even rapping. He was probably 5 years old when Pharrell was wearing Bape.
Bape is a fucking Asian Chinese ass motherfucking
exactly. It wasn't our culture. It wasn't our culture. It's
the owners of that shit. Pharrell was wearing that shit back then, but I don't think motherfuckers was calling him lame ass, dumb ass nigga for wearing Bape, nigga. And then a couple of years later, that video came out, and a couple of years later, when motherfuckers even discovered when Pharrell was doing all that weird shit or whatever, not weird shit, but when they were saying this shit was weird, and you said Bape. You gave Bape an example. I told you Soldier was wearing that shit.
Bro, do you know the age difference between Soldier Boy and Pharrell?
I understand the age difference, bro.
Bro, you just watched the Kanye. You just watched the Kanye documentary.
Pharrell was wearing Bape in the 90s.
Yes, Biggie Smalls. He gave Biggie Smalls a Bape hoodie, nigga. Soldier Boy wasn't even born. What are you talking about? You a kid, bro? You over here, but you wasn't even born yet, nigga. What are you talking about? Nigga, crazy.
Hey,
I'm done fucking with you. That's why Florida sucked. Tim Tebow sucked. I hope the Broncos. I fuck the Broncos too.
Damn, why you hating? What, nigga? Did you end this? Hey, appreciate y'all for listening for this long. We just argued for like 20 minutes.
This nigga tripping, ain't he, nigga?
Hey, man, quit hating on my fucking team, nigga. Fuck the Cardinals, nigga. That's why y'all lost every fucking body. Fuck the Cardinals. Fuck Oklahoma State. You nigga, you flipped on Oklahoma State because they suck, nigga. You don't even like them no more. But you was I'm an Oklahoma State fan, but I don't know why. I'm gonna flip the LSU.
Oregon State.
Oregon State, Oklahoma State, whoever the fuck. Bums, nigga. Don't ever mention bums to me again and you a fan of them fucking clown ass niggas. It's because, I want to be different. I want to be an Oregon State fan. Nigga, them niggas don't ever win again. Your heart gonna get broken ever. Arizona fucking suck. Nigga, fuck Kyler Murray, little bitch ass, little short ass. They suck. That's why y'all lost Chandler Jones. They're gonna lose everybody in that fucking division. That division got worse. Y'all still not gonna win that division, bro. Fuck. Y'all let Christian Kirk go get. We got a bag. Y'all wasn't paying that nigga the bag anyway.
That nigga not that fucking good for that. For one, nigga, when you was fucking born, you picked Florida. They was the hottest team when you was running around in your little snotty nose ass diaper.
I wasn't in a fucking diaper in 2008, 2009. You a dickhead.
Second grade.
You stupid.
Oh,
hey,
man.
When you was running around that little snotty nose ass diaper, now you gonna talk some shit. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck out of here.
And Florida's gonna continue to get stepped on. They sad ass.
In the podcast, nigga. I'm about to edit this shit. The end of this shit off, bro.
I know you are.